feel like we're in the 70s. I feel like this is a really bad choice on our part. The lighting is worse than I thought. We came over to a church building because we didn't have a whiteboard, and the lighting is less than amazing in here. Oh, it's happening, people. It's happening. Okay, well.
Are you getting on the teacher's desk?
We're in a church building. That ain't stopping us. Okay, you guys know I'm just teasing. I was getting up here so I could like set the tripod, you know, whatever. Okay, we're all here for one reason, and it is the cost breakdown of our flip house. I can't take myself seriously. Joel, this light is so bad. Guys, bear with us, okay? If you could bear through the disaster of the home that we flipped.
We got great vitamin D. This is like, it's a yellow.
Then you can bear through this.
Wonderful.
Okay, just bear with us. Cost breakdown of the house. I can't tell you, so many people were like, please tell us the cost breakdown, which I would have never thought to do a video like this, but you guys were really interested in it. And Bree was even like, you guys need to do that. She's like, it's so interesting. People want to know those kind of details. So here we go. Let's do it.
House, $207,500.
This was before the house
Housing boom.
boom. We could not buy one thing for $207,000. We couldn't even buy an old townhome for that.
We were like fighting for the price, and this is $10,000 above their asking price.
New porch was $1,900. That had to be lifted and raised. It wasn't to code. Egress windows, you had to have that done, and that was $2,100.
And mind you, that was only for the cutting of the egress windows.
HVAC was $7,100. Ouch.
Yeah,
that was
included
expensive.
Furnace, ducting, and new central air.
Paint. $15,000 for paint. We got ripped off. We were in a hurry, and time cost you money.
And nobody was available, so that's the problem.
Soffit and fascia was $4,100.
S and F.
Soffit and fascia, $4,100. That was on the pricier side, but also had to be done. Plumbing, $3,500. There's no way plumbing was only $3,500. We wrote several checks for that, Joel.
That's what it cost.
No way. Does that include parts or just his labor?
No, just labor.
Okay. Well, that was a steal. That was incredible. All right. Carpet, $2,500. Countertops were $7,000. $7,000 was a lot for countertops, and I was like, oh, let's find something cheaper. And Joel, he's very smart, and he's like, if you want to ask for a high dollar amount on this house, you cannot put in anything less than a solid countertop. So a solid surface. So we did go a little more on the countertops, but that's a big selling point in our eyes. Like, I wouldn't want to buy a house that had cheap countertops, so we did go a little more expensive on that.
Absolutely, and one of the places that you will get a return on investment almost every time is in the kitchen, so that's where you spend the more money. You can go more money there, cheaper somewhere else on something. So.
Tools, $2,000.
Seems like we didn't spend enough.
Okay. Lumber, $2,000. Electrical, $1,900. And that only includes the cost of the material. That doesn't include the hourly rate that this man could have made. I mean, obviously we made it in the end, but
that's a dollar value that's not anywhere
lot.
In here, is my hours.
Labor. For example, let's just look at the paint. Paint did not cost us $15,000. Paint cost us an hourly rate to hire someone to come in and do that. Obviously the paint cost is built into that, but that just shows you how expensive contractors are. And so if you can do it yourself, that's the only reason that we were doing this, is because we knew he would cut cost everywhere. Yep. I don't even want to know what it would cost to hire someone to do that out.
Well, and here's a typical thing too, is my plumber, he's probably the cheapest hourly rate of contractors, of any of the contractors that I subbed out. He was the cheapest per dollar. $45 an hour. That seems outrageous, but that's the cheapest you can find. So if I said my hourly rate was $45 for the past year, 2,080 hours, which that's still underrated.
You think?
Well, the average person works 2,080 hours
Okay.
a year, so that's what your salary is based off of. So $45.
And you generally worked a 9 to 5.
Oh, and then when
Or more, but-
it's summertime, it was 8
Way
to
more.
9, 8 to 10. I mean, we went till it was too dark outside. So
Okay. Wow. Floors, $4,000. And this is just the cost of material.
this is just the hardwood flooring.
Windows, including labor and product, was 15 grand. Lights, 5,500. And that only includes the cost of the lights. Siding on the house was 8 grand.
Siding was going to cost another 15 to 16 to get it installed. So I learned real quick how to install it, and that saved me a bunch. And so it only cost me $8,000 where it would have cost
Does that
$22,000.
Yes, that's right. Does that include what we paid Bo to help us?
No.
So let's change that to 9,000.
All right.
Just because that's
We
about,
did hire help there.
we did a little. It was a lot of help. We could have paid him so much more.
Are we done spending money yet?
I know this is a little painful. Faucets, $6,399.
Wow.
Last up on our list for appliances is $6,279.
We done spending money?
For a grand total, including the cost of the house and everything that we put into it, we are at $312,278. Something we didn't account for in here was the Maverick runs. You could probably add easy $700.
I'd probably say even grand.
Okay, we're not gonna include that.
They
All right.
know us by name at Maverick now, so. Okay, so that's what it cost us on the house to do it all. That's amazing. Now, let's figure out our profit.
All right, we sold the house for $460. Wow, what is wrong with me? $460,000, all right?
We'd have been in debt a lot.
Good thing Joel does the finances around here. So if you minus 460,000 minus the total that we put into it, you are at 147,722. And not all of that is profit. You can't put that as profit because what kind of things do you have to minus out of
So
here?
we got a minus. Let's just say this. Realtor costs. That was $30,000 off the top. Boom, gone.
We don't know what taxes are going to be yet, but we will have to pay taxes on this. We're gonna say 25,000.
Okay.
Just to give us a ballpark. We don't know if that's going to be what it is.
Okay.
What's left is $92,722. There you go.
There you go. That's funny.
Uh-oh. Does that, okay, let's
So,
hear it.
okay, I just did the math on my, this phone can do math, it's awesome. Anyway, if I took my hourly wage at $45 an hour for the entire year, that would cost $93,000.
No! What the 92,000 also doesn't account for is we did work with brands throughout this, which makes what we do really unique, and it helped us. And so that doesn't really reflect in the 92,000, but if you were to do this on your own, that's about what you could expect. And I feel like it's even more skewed because there's zero way you could buy something for that cost right now. I feel like the entire situation was very unique, and I'm just really grateful for the timing and the brands that helped us out.
Absolutely. Hopefully seeing that number, if you're on the fence about doing a DIY or a flip project and you can find one that's a good price and you know what your end result's going to be, hopefully it'll inspire you to do it because it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it. It's a fun piece of our portfolio and I learned a lot doing it.
And I feel like the audience really enjoyed watching us do the video. So it was great content for us. I feel like it was wonderful for us just to get out of what our everyday norm was. And what it has done is give us confidence to build our own new house. So that's the next project. We're diving into it. So be prepared to start into that.
So in 5 years
ASAP.
when it's finished, I'll show you the cost breakdown of that.
No.
5 years.
ASAP. Thank you for watching, guys. I will put a link in the description. If this is the first video you're watching of ours, sorry about the lighting. If you're new to our channel, in the description we will have a playlist that documents our entire journey with the new house only. So if you want to go back and rewatch the whole renovation process, it's in the description for you guys.